on Signatures with Bella Good, connecting hearts, echoing truths, crafting stories. We're still here at the Blood Transfusion Center at Bagada, Lagos State. Inside the Blood Donation Center, we met this beautiful woman. She's so beautiful, trust me. She's simply amazing and beautiful. And guess what? It's also her birthday, and we have to celebrate her. Okay, let's meet you, Mom. Welcome to Signatures with Bella Gold.
Thank you very much. My name is Osarenkhoe Ethel Chima-Nwogwugwu. It's my 55 years birthday.
Oh, 55! Wow. And she's a lion. She said lion.
Red crosser and also a lion.
Okay, ma'am. So let's start with the part of being a lion. How did you become a lion?
I'm a humanitarian. The lion found me. Actually, I was trying to be a Rotarian, and then my friend, who was a very key person in my life, who's a Rotarian, he's in charge of Bagara General Hospital. He was being asked to have a Lions Club, and then he nominated me because I'm a volunteer with Bagara General Hospital. I'm a community volunteer. So he donated me to Lions Club, and that's how I joined Lions Club, because of my humanitarian experience. So that's how I joined Lions Club 5 years ago.
5 years ago. And how has it been being in Lions Club?
Oh, amazing. I've always been a Red Crosser. So as a member of the Red Cross, serving humanity comes easy to me. And as a member of the Diabetic Association, because I'm living with diabetes for 24 years now. So yes.
4 years?
Yes.
With diabetes?
Yes. So I'm an international diabetes advocate. So those things come easy with me, serving humanity. So it's been a beautiful experience, serving humanity.
You say you've been a Red Crosser. Is it from the beginning, like from childbirth?
No. When I was in Port Harcourt, that's 20, my daughter is 20 years now. When 20 years ago, there was a crash. There was so many buildings that crashed in Port Harcourt. So my baby was about 3 months, and I heard on the radio, there was a building collapse. I went there, and I saw, something in me clicked that I should go to assist, because I've always, as a young girl, when I was at home, I used to rescue people. People pass on, I take them to the morgue on behalf of their family. I straighten them. I'm a very rare person. I know you're thinking in your head, yes. I love medicine and I love serving. So that came to me easily. So when I went for that rescue, I got there, I saw the way, I joined them to coordinate the rescue, and I saw that Red Cross Port Harcourt was very astounding. They performed and they handled the rescue very well. So I told them I want to join them. That's how I joined Red Cross. That was 20 years ago. And the rest is history.
Are you a medical doctor?
I knew you were going to ask that. Everyone asks that. I just love medicine, but serving humanity comes easy. And being that I love mercy, I found myself always around empathy. When you love empathy, it always brings you to the environment of the hospital. And since I love serving, and now I volunteer in hospital, I love medicine, I always find myself in the hospital environment. So I'm not a doctor, I'm just a health activist and a person who loves serving humanity.
So you don't need to be a medical doctor to serve humanity?
No, you don't. I have been serving humanity. I'm sure from my mother's womb, because growing up, my experience growing up has always been, from what I now understand, is service to humanity. I've always loved giving back to humanity, caring for my friends, my environment. Has always been a passion for me. So it came easy for me. So yes, here I am.
Ma'am, please, could you take us through your career life?
Well, I'm an entrepreneur. I was born and raised in Benin City, the great Benin Kingdom. The heartbeat of a nation, yeah. And then I moved to the North Kano, where I lived for a while and then came back to Benin to continue my tertiary education. I had a diploma in computer science. That's diploma, we call it data processing, in UNIBEN. And that's where I have stopped so far before things changed. And I worked in Share, where I met my sweetheart, who is now my husband for the past, we're going to be celebrating our 25 years wedding anniversary somewhere in June. So I have been a public relation person. I love giving back. I have this gift of touching people. So I worked as always been a face of giving back to selling and giving back to people for companies. So I just found that I love selling. I love, somebody say, you love selling hospitality. So I just love putting smiles on people's faces. So my business is around making people comfortable, happy, selling devices, and making sure your food on your table is healthy. So everything that will make you live long, happy, just to enjoy life. That's what I give, that's what I sell. So that's been my journey so far.
Okay, Ma, you say you worked at Shell.
Oh, I work as a contractor staff, yeah. That's where I met my husband anyway.
Oh, wow. Okay, so...
Another story for another day.
All right, Ma. So there's this general belief that Nigerians like to cut corners. So how was it getting into Shell as a contractor?
As a contractor staff? Yes. I was employed from Benin as a young girl who was waiting to get back to school. I was waiting to go back to do my BSc when I got that job. It's just the contractor needed staff, and somebody recommended me that she's good. She's waiting to go back to school, and I did my job well. And when I got there, he was the one renovating he was refurbishing the what is it called? Data steel. Was it data steel? He was renovating buildings for Shell. My company was renovating, so I was their company secretary. So I was the one, in the office, while our staffs were on the field working. So it's not, I'm a person of value, integrity. So I don't believe in cutting corners, because you will never really cut corners. You just postpone your days become longer anyway. You think you're cutting corner, you're just postponing your evil day. Yeah, you're not cutting, because you're cutting corner to get what? You're denying somebody something, and you're getting it, and you're going to lie. There's nothing good there, and you will not be comfortable. So I don't believe in a woman of integrity, a woman of value, and that's what I represent, and that's what has brought me this far, and it's beautiful. For 55 years in today's Nigeria, I'm blessed. A wonderful husband, amazing friends. Look at them, they're here to support me. 55 pints, that's my husband's voice you're hearing. 55 pints. And people came out to come and do that with you, it means that you really touched them. So that's my career, that's my journey so far.
Wow, it's really amazing. Has there been any time you faced any form of abuse?
Health-wise, yes. I'm a person living with type 2 diabetes, and I've lived with it for 24 years. In the course of my journey of living with diabetes, yes, I have suffered abuse, I would call stigmatization. There was a time I was not well, and the doctor that was managing me through my HMO. Our HMO was not owing him directly, but our HMO was owing her through another company. But because my company, she knows I was a very important person to them, she used me, denied me medication, I was very ill, and that my sugar was really going crazy, and I didn't know why. And she knew, because I was somebody sensitive to everyone, she used me to get her check signed, and that really broke my heart. And that was how I left that hospital, and it made me shed tears, that a person can be that greedy, that wicked. And we were friends, but I thought we were friends. I still believe we are friends, because we have moved past that, we are still friends. We came back, but she never apologized for that day. And but that changed my world. So that's how I was the first denier, first stigmatization, because I feel, because she knows I'm living with diabetes, I'm afraid of complications. So I would push for her to get her check for another company. We had nothing to do with me. So that was the first time experience, which is not right. Ethically is wrong. Humanly is wrong. So that was the first I would say I have. And then another time is when ignorantly a nurse is attending to you and she says, oh, you are eating that? You shouldn't be eating that. You're living with diabetes. You shouldn't be eating that. It's lack of awareness. They don't know that you can eat, but what you eat should be healthy and it should be portioned. You don't call my food diabetic food. You don't do that. There's only like diabetic food, just healthy meal for everybody. There's only like diabetic drink. There's only like diabetic life. No. The word diabetic is not proper. It's no longer being used anyway. Thank God for that. Globally, the WHO, IDF, and the diabetes community globally have agreed that you no longer, it's part of stigma. That is stigmatized. Yeah, you're stigmatizing us. And many things. You can see, I'm a person living with diabetes. I'm a red crosser. Yeah, I'm a lion. I'm a mother. I'm your friend. I'm my community person. And I'm a farmer. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm everything. Why call me diabetic? So that's why the global body has come together and said, we are many things. Living with diabetes is one of them.
Okay, so what's the right word to say?
Person living with diabetes. Person living with sickle cell. Don't say sickler, no. Don't say he's hypertensive, no. Person living, because there are so many things that person is. Living with sickle cell is just one of those things. So don't say it's sickler, no, don't stigmatize us. So the global body, WHO, thank God they have passed, they are working on that to make it a global resolution that you don't stigmatize us. So language, we've passed, there's a hashtag, language matters, that we launched some few years ago, which is ongoing. So please don't use that anymore. You don't say diabetic food now. If I see anything on a counter and you write diabetic, I don't buy it. I don't buy it. There's only diabetic. It's just healthy meal. Healthy meal, healthy drink, healthy fruits, healthy cereal, healthy water. Those are all gimmicks they used to sell.